Drills Talk, episode 123. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top three ways to enjoy the chase. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled, What is Your White Whale? So, the white whale is the one who got away in some instances. In other instances, it's something that we chase until it hurts us. We don't want to get there. We want to enjoy our chase. We want to understand that we have a goal, but we want to know when it's good to chase and continue to chase and when maybe we should scale back a little bit and maybe chase something else. So we're going to sit back, we're going to relax, and we're going to understand exactly how to enjoy our chase. Let's go.
Yo, Drills.
Drills Talk, episode 123. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top three ways to enjoy the chase. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're an entrepreneurship-based channel. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, there's a new Drills Talk. And I also will post other inspirational videos, and I hope you check those out. Let's get started. Number one is beware of the white whale. So I touched on the way we use it today, which is like the one that got away. But there's also another meaning or another warning to where you chase something and it hurts you. Yet we're so obsessed with obtaining whatever we're chasing, we ignore the hurt. We ignore that it's not so fun anymore. We ignore that we're not getting what we thought we would get out of it. And just the pursuit and the journey is not enough. The only joy comes from obtaining that. And if we never obtain it, then there's no joy. So that's the danger. The white whale, for many of us, it's probably getting rich, right? That's the simplest way. We chase money pretty much through our 20s, 30s, and hopefully we obtain it by the 40s. And if we don't, we go 40s, 50s, 60s, and it can be our entire life of us chasing this paper and we never get it. And we look back and we see decades and we didn't enjoy them. You know, that's what the white whale can do to you. When we are looking for something to chase, we need to understand that it's a journey. It's a long process. It's not, oh, I'm hungry, let me go throw something in the microwave and then I'll have it in a minute, 2 minutes. That's not the way goals work. That's not the way our journeys work in life. We have to be extra careful, not going into something with only the accomplishment of finishing as, you know, what we see as a reward. The danger in that is, of course, some of us may never get there. The other danger is if you do get there and it doesn't satisfy what you thought it would be like, how do we feel about the journey now? We feel it was a continuous waste of time. Oh, we could have been doing this, we could have been doing that. That's the danger of only putting that one instance as like the huge crescendo, as opposed to enjoying the entire process of the chase. So keep in mind when we get to white whales and we understand things that got away, sometimes it's a good thing that did because we weren't going to enjoy it when we got it, or we weren't enjoying the journey there. And it's just not worth it. Number two is to have a plan for success. We talked about getting there and then kind of not feeling that it was what it should have been. And it's probably because we didn't have a plan for when we obtained it. You know, we were so obsessed with the chase and then we got it in our hands and it's like, now what? There's a certain level of planning that we have to do. Yes, we have to plan and get ourselves mustered up to even try to obtain something, to even start the journey. Yes. But what is it that we're going to do when we obtain what we want, you know, to obtain? So some things is easy, like, you know, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to go to college, and then I get my degree. My degree allows me to do this. But other dreams, we don't really know what else is after the pursuit. So if we see a young lady or a young gentleman that we're interested in, we go, we obtain, and then we kind of like sit around and we lose them because we didn't know what to do with them. We just wanted to obtain. And that's a danger because the chase was the fun, and then the goal, when we got it, it was like, oh, well, I really enjoyed the chase. So we're talking about how to enjoy the chase, but we want to enjoy the chase. We want to enjoy the success, and we want to know what's next, because then it's all joy. You're in the chase, and that's going to be real joy when I get here, because when I get there, not only did that moment going to feel okay, but I know what that's going to enable. I know what that's going to unlock, and I'm happy about it because it's going to set up my next goal. If we haven't thought about what we're chasing in that, scenario as far as what's next, then we're setting ourselves up for obtaining it and then sitting down and looking around and not really knowing what to do. And we don't want that. Number three is to know it's a marathon. This is not a sprint. We're not going to obtain something very easily. And if it is that easy, it's probably not worth making a goal. It's something that's going to happen anyway. And for some people, going to school or signing up for a certification, it's pretty much, okay, well, I know with time and me appearing, me being present, I'm going to obtain this degree or I'm going to obtain this certification. So it's not a goal. It's more a part of the journey, which is okay because you want small goals, small things you can obtain during your journey. But big things like, I want to obtain this certification. I want to start a business utilizing this certification. I want to gather up, some customers who will then get me more customers. Like those are big goals, but it's all part of a journey. As you can see, the maturation of our profession, the maturation of our skill, knowing how to obtain more customers, knowing how to treat the customers like goal that we have, because we know that this one person can turn to 10. That stuff is part of the journey. That may not be things that we discussed when we were signing up for the certification program. We just knew big picture. We wanted this company. We wanted to work on our own. We want this, we want that. But if we can set up stages and steps throughout our journey, we're not going to know all of them. But if we can set them up, we can start checking them off, and it helps us with that marathon when we're so used to things happening very or almost instantly. We want some information, we go on our phone, we get it. We want to be entertained, we turn on our TV, we get it. Or we turn on our phones and we get it. And it's not like that. So for everything else to be so instant and then have to work on something we really want, we really desire, we know how much it can do for us when we get it, it's kind of like a bummer. It's like, well, why is this taking so long? Everything else that I don't want is right there in front of my face. Everything else that I don't really need is right there in front of my face. And that's how life usually is. The stuff that you actually want, the stuff that is worth working for, is going to take some time. And it's okay because it's going to be worth it. And it's worth it because of all the steps that we're saying that we're going to accomplish through the journey. It's worth it because we know it's a marathon. But when we get to that end and we run through that finish line, we know all that time we spent is going to be worth it. And we also think of all the things that are going to be unlocked, all the opportunities that are going to be enabled because we actually finished and succeeded. This is the goal. This is what we want to do. Be patient. Enjoy your journey. Be ready for success. Drills Talk, episode 123. These are the top 3 ways to enjoy the chase. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.